In a remote Chinese village, a wise old farmer faces life's hardships and mysteries with stoic patience, guided by his mantra, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" His journey with his only son reveals the unexpected turns of fate, that neither blessing nor misfortune can be trusted at face value. In a secluded village high in the mountains of China, an old farmer named Shen lived alone, separated from his only son, Jian, who was studying in a distant city. Shen was beloved by the villagers, who admired his humility and wisdom. Though life was hard, he never complained, even though he bore the strain of daily farm work on his own. The villagers often expressed pity for Shen, lamenting the absence of Jian, a strong young man who could ease his father's burdens. "When will your son come back to help you? It's bad luck for you to be all alone," they'd say. With a calm smile, Shen would always respond, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" One day, to the villagers' surprise, Jian returned home. He greeted his father with joy, ready to help Shen with the laborious work on the farm. The villagers gathered, congratulating the old man. "Finally, your son is back. Surely, your luck has changed for the better." But Shen only smiled and repeated his usual phrase, "Good luck, or bad luck, who knows?" Life on the farm improved with Jian's return, and together, father and son managed their tasks with ease. They owned a sturdy, loyal horse that lightened their load considerably. But one evening, in his eagerness, Jian accidentally left the stable door ajar. By morning, the horse had vanished, galloping off into the nearby hills. Devastated, Jian blamed himself. "How could I be so careless? Without our horse, the work will be 10 times harder." Again, the villagers flocked to Shen's home, shaking their heads. "Losing a horse is terrible luck, old friend." Yet Shen, with his characteristic calm, replied as always, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" Later that day, a glimmer of hope arrived. A few villagers had spotted Shen's horse near the mountain edge, alongside a magnificent wild horse. Jian, inspired, decided to search for it. After hours of following hoof prints and sounds, he returned triumphant, with not one, but 2 horses, both Shen's original horse and the wild one. The villagers erupted with joy. "Your luck has changed for the better. Losing 1 horse and gaining 2, truly, the gods favor you." Shen simply smiled. "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" Jian was enthralled by the new horse and, despite Shen's warnings, decided to tame it. "Father, I'll make this horse useful for the farm, too. Soon, our work will be even easier." Shen's eyes narrowed with concern. "Be careful, son. You've lived in the city for many years and don't know the ways of wild horses." "Don't worry, father," Jian insisted. "I've watched how others do it. I'll be careful." But wild horses are untamed for a reason. One afternoon, while trying to break in the horse, Jian lost his grip and was thrown hard to the ground, breaking his leg. Now, the young man who had returned to help Shen could not work at all. Worse yet, Shen now had 2 mouths to feed and half the strength to work the land. Once again, the villagers came to console him. First, you lost your horse, then you found 2, and now your son is injured. This is bad luck indeed. But Shen remained composed, saying only, good luck or bad luck, who knows? Days turned into weeks as Jian slowly healed. During that time, news came of a terrible war raging in distant parts of the country. Then, one fateful day, soldiers arrived in the village. They had come to recruit every able-bodied young man for the army. One by one, families watched as their sons were taken, their mothers weeping, knowing many would not return. Yet, when the soldiers saw Jian's broken leg, they passed him by. He is of no use to us, they scoffed, leaving him behind. The villagers' sorrow turned to amazement. They came to Shen, their eyes wide with understanding. Your son broke his leg, and it saved his life. It wasn't bad luck after all, it was good fortune in disguise. But Shen, as always, simply smiled, replying, good luck or bad luck, who knows? Time passed, and Jian's leg gradually healed. But the war continued, and news spread that many young men from the village had perished in battle. Those who remained became haunted by grief, their lives forever changed. Yet Shen and Jian continued their modest life on the farm. One autumn evening, as they were finishing up work, Shen looked up at the mountains. He noticed something strange. Smoke was rising from the next valley over. It was not the typical smoke from village fires but thicker, darker, hinting at something amiss. Soon, news arrived that bandits, taking advantage of the weakened state of the land, were pillaging nearby villages. As fear spread, the villagers urged Shen and Jian to flee to the city where Jian had once studied. But Shen refused. We are farmers, not fighters, or refugees. Our place is here, no matter what comes. Within days, the bandits reached Shen's village. They ransacked homes, taking livestock, valuables, and food. But Shen's humble house, standing on the outskirts of the village, appeared too insignificant to draw attention. The bandits passed by, sparing Shen and Jian their wrath. Once again, the villagers gathered around Shen, now filled with both admiration and confusion. You stayed, and somehow the bandits left you in peace. Perhaps your constant faith in fate has saved you. Shen looked at his son, who had suffered a broken leg, missed the war, and now, somehow, evaded the bandits' cruelty. He smiled and repeated softly, good luck or bad luck, who knows? As years passed, Jian began to understand his father's wisdom. Life in the village returned to a delicate peace, and while Shen grew older, Jian took on the farm's burdens with quiet pride. Each twist of fate seemed less like good or bad luck and more like a part of life's mysterious, unpredictable flow. In the end, Shen's legacy was not measured in wealth or status but in the quiet strength he instilled in his son, a strength rooted not in seeking answers, but in accepting the unknown, with a calm smile and the timeless words, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" As Shen grew older, his once sturdy frame began to bend, and his movements slowed. The years of hard work were showing, but he remained as serene as ever. Jian, who now managed nearly every aspect of the farm, would occasionally ask, "Father, do you ever wonder what life would have been like if things had gone differently, if I hadn't returned from the city, if I hadn't broken my leg?" Shen would always smile at his son, his eyes filled with a quiet knowing. To wonder about things we cannot change is like planting seeds in dry earth. Nothing good can grow from it. Life brings what it brings, Jian, and we must live it as it is. One late summer afternoon, Jian was busy plowing the field when he noticed a man in a dark robe approaching their farm. He carried an aura of importance, and as he neared, his severe expression softened when he saw Shen. The stranger bowed slightly. "I've heard of your wisdom, Elder Shen. Your philosophy has reached far beyond this village." Jian looked to his father, surprised. Shen's simple words and calm demeanor had indeed left an impression on the villagers, but he never imagined anyone outside the village would take notice. The stranger continued, "In my travels, I have seen many people suffer from sorrow, endlessly chasing fortune or fearing misfortune. I came here hoping to learn more of your ways." Shen, never one to be easily flattered, chuckled lightly. "I am no wise man, my friend, only a farmer who has seen much and understands little." The visitor, intrigued, spent several days on the farm. Jian noticed the man observing his father's daily routine, listening intently as Shen spoke of his experiences. Jian realized that his father's words were more profound than he had ever grasped. The visitor would ask Shen countless questions, yet Shen always gave the same gentle response, "Good luck or bad luck, who knows?" Finally, on the last day, the visitor prepared to leave. He thanked Shen with a deep bow, a glimmer of something like reverence in his eyes. As he departed, he murmured, "Your words have taught me more than all my years of studying." Not long after the visitor's departure, rumors reached the village. A famine was sweeping across the northern regions. Villages far and wide were desperate for food, with farmers abandoning their lands in search of survival. But thanks to Shen's steady stewardship, their own farm had remained productive, while the other villagers scrambled to find extra provisions. Shen and Jian, with their careful habits, had a small surplus stored away. Soon, some of the villagers approached Shen, asking to buy what little food he could spare. Without hesitation, he shared his surplus with them, refusing to accept any payment. "We are a village, we survive together," he said simply. Though grateful, some villagers murmured among themselves that Shen's generosity might bring him bad luck. What if he runs out of food for his own family? Isn't it foolish to give away what he might soon need? but Jian had learned enough from his father not to question his decision. Together, they watched as the food was distributed. Shen simply shrugged. Good luck or bad luck, who knows? As the famine continued, the surrounding regions fell into chaos. Bands of starving men, driven by desperation, began raiding villages for supplies. The day finally came when they reached Shen's village. Jian's heart pounded as he watched the raiders approaching. He quickly shut the doors to their modest home and prepared to defend what little remained. The leader of the raiders, a tall, gaunt man with a hardened expression, stopped in front of Shen's house. He recognized Shen from tales he'd heard during his travels, a wise man who had become known for his philosophy, good luck or bad luck. The irony was not lost on the raider as he raised his weapon, prepared to take what he needed. Yet Shen simply stood before him, unarmed and unmoved, as calm as the day he'd lost his horse. The leader, bewildered by Shen's lack of fear, lowered his weapon. "Old man, why do you not resist?" Shen looked at the man with a gentle, unwavering gaze. "I do not see enemies here. Only men trying to survive. I ask only that you take what you truly need and leave enough for my son and me." The raider's hardened exterior cracked. He paused, glancing at his starving men. Shen's words struck a chord within him, a reminder of his own family, once farmers like Shen, before war and famine had destroyed their livelihood. Moved by Shen's humility, the raiders took only a small portion of the remaining food, sparing the family from complete ruin. As they left, the leader turned to Shen. "Your wisdom has saved you today, old man. May fortune always find you." After they had gone, Jian could hardly believe what had transpired. "Father, that was dangerous. Why did you let them come so close? Why did you not try to fight them off?" Shen placed a weathered hand on his son's shoulder. "Good luck or bad luck, Jian, who knows sometimes, fighting brings nothing but more sorrow. And sometimes, kindness can be a shield more powerful than any weapon." Over time, Jian grew into a man much like his father, though he continued to ponder his father's strange perspective on life. He would pass Shen's words on to his own children, hoping they too would understand that life's fortunes and misfortunes were rarely as they seemed. Years after Shen's passing, Jian would still look to the mountains, hearing his father's voice in the wind, reminding him that the twists of fate were unknowable and that peace could be found in accepting the mysteries of life without fear or judgment. And so, Shen's legacy lived on, not in fame, wealth, or power, but in the quiet wisdom he had imparted. A wisdom that continued to ripple through the lives of those who knew him, gently reminding them all, good luck or bad luck, who knows?